What's up, fellow travelers? So I was sitting here thinking, we're full time and we're not in cold weather all the time, like winter cold weather, but we are going to be here, oddly enough, for the next few months and a couple months. So right now we're in Kentucky and today we got snow, pretty freaking cold. Got me thinking, what are some like immediate things you do for the short periods of time when you're in cold weather? And one of the things that we do, just to prepare, being that we have a Alliance Delta 292 RL, I like to not take any chance with my water lines freezing. And when you get down in the low 30s, upper 20s, even into the teens, a lot of people will use heated water hoses. But being that we have the rig that we do, we have heated tanks. So what I'll do is I'll turn off the water connections and disconnect the water at our spigots going into the rig. But before I do that, I'll fill up our fresh water tank because we have fresh water, or we have heated tanks for our fresh black and gray. I'm standing out here right now because the wind is whipping, and I'm just going to top off the water. I'm going to be getting down into the 20s probably tonight. With the wind chill right now, it feels like it's in the teens is what the real feel feels like. But that's just one of the things we do. That don't turn on the furnace. We don't turn on the furnace yet because it's not really cold enough to be on, because we run our fireplace and we have a space heater that we run that helps knock off the chill altogether. Now, if it's going to get any colder than this, especially with the site that we're on right now, we are on a lake and we are in direct, you can see, I hate spinning around on y'all, but we don't have anything blocking us, so we're taking a direct hit of the wind right now. And it is, as you can see, the tree, and you can probably hear the wind is absolutely whipping. So what I'll probably do also is move my truck over to block the direct hit of the wind on the side of the rig, because we're getting hit pretty good, and it's not rocking us, but you can feel it. And if we're feeling it on the inside, then obviously the underneath the rig is taking it as well. So depending on how low the temperatures get at night, I may kick on the furnace to keep that underbelly nice and warm, but on the inside it's good and toasty. But the other thing we do in these colder temperatures is we break out the dehumidifiers. Obviously, with it being colder outside and much warmer on the inside, we start to get the humidity all in the windows. So one of the things I like to do is try to minimize that as best as possible. And we have two dehumidifiers, one smaller one that we kind of keep out all the time, and then one a little bit bigger one that kind of manages about 1,000 square feet, which is more than enough for our space. And that helps a little bit. Nothing really keeps humidity off the windows altogether when it's cold outside and warm inside, but it helps minimizing it some. And that's all you can really ask for. So when I keep the windows wiped down. Look at this wind. You can probably hear it, and you can probably see my ears are getting more red because it is flat out cold. But I wanted to just make this kind of short little video and just ask, what are some things you do when you have short little stints in winter weather? I'm not skirting the rig because we're not going to be, in this place long enough. If we were going to be here months or an entire winter, I would do some other things to try to prepare the underneath as best as possible. Or if it was even going to be on a longer, more regular basis, I would, but not for the short stint we're in right now. Man, that wind is cracking right now. Holy cow. My apologies if it's muffling the volume here, but I wanted to do this in the weather so you can actually see kind of what we're dealing with. Nothing crazy, but still winter nonetheless. But yeah, just hit me up in the comments. Tell me, what are some things you do to prepare for short stints in the weather, winter weather, that are some things that you wouldn't necessarily do if it was going to be a longer stay. So short stays is what I'm thinking about. And if you got some stuff you would do that could apply for a short stay in the winter weather that isn't something that would be too involved, because at the same time I'm not trying to, like I said, skirt the RV. Don't necessarily want to do that. But our fireplace, our little space heater, keeps it nice and warm on the inside. But any cooler, definitely breaking out the furnace. So yeah, let me know. you know, aside from putting water like we do, is I disconnect those water. I put water in the fresh tank, just to make sure that, you know, if lines were to freeze, we'd still have water just in case. Stuff like that. So let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think.